This is going to cost 4 less. These each tap for 1. No, no, we had an interesting game. No. Today we're playing big X spells to see what Zimone Infinite Analyst is all about. Hello, it's me at CGB, and today in the arena it's Brawl with Zimone Infinite Analyst. And this is an 04 that says the first spell you cast with X in its mana cost each turn costs 1 less to cast for each counter on Zimone. Whenever you cast your first spell with X in its mana cost each turn, put 2 counters on Zimone. So we're going to try to play a lot of cool X spells and get counters on our commander to make them cheaper. Now we've got a lot of very powerful cards that you might think of right away in the Simic colors, like Doppelgang and Hydroid Krasis, and of course you thought of the Goose Mother. Don't pretend you didn't. And we got some new cards like Mind into Matter that draws X cards, then puts a permanent mana value X or less from hand onto the battlefield tapped, along with several other just classic draw a bunch of cards and several other Brawl classics that keep the opponent from winning the game. It's gonna be a fun one. So instead of going over the list, you're welcome to click the link in the description and peruse it at your own. I like to get right into the game, so let's dive in and let the nonsense begin. I've had a lot of migraines in the last week specifically. They're hitting me really hard, and I'm having trouble just being at the computer and playing, so I'm trying to keep it light with Brawl instead of worrying about trying to hit Mythic and Ranked or anything like that, because that doesn't help the headaches, that's for sure. So if you're wondering about like what's this standard stuff, this is part of it. And I have to go to MagicCon, so I'm not sure I'll be able to get all the videos I want to get made, to be honest. And if I don't, then the next thing that you'll probably see from me are some more remasters, courtesy of Editor Libby. Find some of those super favorite videos of the past, give them a fresh coat of paint and put them on the internet. This hand, oh, burgeoning. Okay, ramp. Quandrix the Proof, the Cascade things that gives instant and sorceries Cascade, pretty busted. So what is a creature we can play on turn 2 that sets us up for success, my friends? Our turn 2 is wide open. Bristly Bill comes to mind as a good one. We could also ramp up with various effects. We do have an X spell in hand. I think the best thing that we can do is make sure that our commander has counters on it when the time comes. Although we're not going to be drawing a land if we grab Bristly Bill, which is a bit of a problem. Yeah, maybe it is Rishkar. Yeah, being able to make mana is a pretty big deal. Pretty big deal. You get free ramp. Counter up to 1 target spell unless it's paid mana equal to greatest value among creatures. Yeah, I got so many. Rockin' and rollin'. Fortunately, another Simic ramp deck. The interaction might be light. They usually can't run a ton of counter spells, which in this format is a little maddening, as counter spells are a huge part of the format. And what do we want to do? I think we just want to hit our land drops here. So I'll take a Sink into Stupor, put that on top. There's a few ways we might use it. Yeah, they're looking at their commander next turn. They're way ahead of us on all this. So here's my commander. Let's see what happens. I think we just got to go for like max payoff. Well, it resolved. But we're kind of dead to any interaction. I wonder if I'm just supposed to mulligan for a turn 1 ramp, turn 2 commander. Brawl is such a different animal from commander itself. Speed is absolutely everything. The sooner your opponent has to interact with you, the better your chances of actually doing something in the game. And the opponent, we're gonna untap, it looks like, with our commander. And they don't have any more lands in hand, and we did draw this land. So we could bounce the Quandrix. We also just hope they don't have good instants and sorceries. I'm sure that'll work. All right, the first spell, X in its cost each turn costs 1 less for each counter. Whenever you cast your first spell with X and its cost each turn, put 2 counters. So if we put counter here, oh yeah, we only have 1 green. That's pretty rough, but this will make Zimone tap for green, which is something. So now what is this? Tap for green, tap for blue. This costs 1 less, so it does put a counter on a thing and potentially counters a spell. Let's pass and try to set up for a mega onslaught, which says manifest dread a number of times, then put X +1/+1 counters on each of those creatures. So our opponent's gonna go for the Tireless Provisioner. How bad is this? They don't have any other lands. They're gonna get some with Cultivate, but it's not, I don't think this like pops all the way off. Let's see what they hit here with the Repulsive Mutation. It's just a bop. Okay, so this is a good counter here with the if they didn't draw any more lands. So let's see, 1, 2, pay 1, right? Because it costs less. Target a creature you control, that's you. Target the spell, trigger, counters, boom, nice. Oh, they had a land on top. Lucky. Well, they get to keep playing, I guess. And another. That sucks. That's not great. But I guess at this point, at least they're not drawing spells. We can hope that they don't have any left. But we know, oh, we know they have spells left because those are not lands. Pain, my friends. So this is gonna cost 4 less. These each tap for 1. No, we had an interesting game. What? No. Arena. What the crash? That wasn't like a disconnect either. That was just a hard nope out of that game. Arena, why? Wait, what's happening? Why is it going back into the game? Does this work? Am I in? I'm in. What happened? I don't know. They foretold a card. That's got to be like Alrund's Epiphany. We're going to lose. All right. I got to hold this sink into stupor. Oh, God. What's happening? Can't be countered. Protection from blue. X counters could be huge. Let's see here. 1, 2, green, 4 less. So this is 3 and 3. Wait, why isn't it working? I put it on the stack. Hello? Okay. Like this. Yes. And it holds up sink into stupor. Incredible. Manifest dread. Manifest dread. Manifest dread. Maybe I can bounce it to my hand somehow. Sink only does things the opponent controls. Yeah, these can be flipped. That's why they're lit up. Not because I can tap them right now. Okay. Man, there's a big potential miscutter coming. I don't know what the hell I just navigated. I was completely thrown out of that game. I closed the client. I got all the way back into it. Is my opponent still here? I have no idea. Fellow Crawling Barons enjoyer, are you still with us? No, what the? No. What the hell? What is going on? Why can't I win? Oh, now it's a hard crash too. Oh no. Why? Magic Arena, no. I only get so much magic these days. And I'm talking about because of my migraines. Because of my migraines, I just can't stay at the computer for too long. And I'm trying, guys. I'm trying to record, and now this is what happens. Calm. No headaches. Ooh. Are we back? Third time's a charm, guys. I'm sure we won't run out of timeouts or have anything bad happen. Okay. Yep, trigger. What is happening? Rampant growth with Cascade. Yeah, I have no timeouts. Look how short my timer is. It's right there. We gotta be rapid fire, baby. We gotta be professional sink into stuporers. They know about this too. But we got creatures, and we might be able to attack for 1 billion. So there's the epiphany. Oh, it's not played from hand. That's why it doesn't have Cascade. Do they still have the mana? No. Oh wait, do they? One. It's hard to see. 1, 2. This has summoning sickness. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, they don't. They don't. But now it's in their hand, so next time they play it, it has Cascade. Yeah, we're gonna die. We're definitely gonna die. This is 6 counters, 7, 8, 9. This can be a 9/9 haste protection from blue that can be chunked. They foretold it again. Don't you know you can't Cascade if you do that? Are you maniac? You are maniac, aren't you? None of these are really worth flipping face up, but if I draw a bounce spell to somehow get the doppelgang, then we're doing it. That's what we have to do. This game is so cursed. If I add another spell to the stack, is it gonna crash again? Land. Well, that's trash. Hey, it's all or nothing, baby. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4 plus 6. And then attack with everything and hope that it reduces their board a lot, I guess. I could also power up the Barons. Nah. I mean, that doesn't have trample either. But look at the counters I put on things. I mean, I played my commander. I played the game, but 24 is just too much life. Does the Rishkar stay? They just block here. Block, block. The Rishkar just gets eaten by the Quandrix. It's not good enough. So we'll attack with these. Hope it messes with them somehow that they can't just win the game next turn, but my god, they've definitely won this game. Quandrix is pretty darn strong. And it's been a cursed game, so if they successfully block, I might just leave to spare them from having to watch me crash again just to lose. As they're going to play Nadu and take a turn and take another turn or whatever. Oh no, that's a loser. That's a loser's way of thinking, man. They go to 6. All right. I mean, as long as the game doesn't crash again and make them kill me. They could definitely draw trash. It's possible. This isn't GG on its own. We could top deck Cyclonic Rift. That would win the game. Am I just dead in the air? 6 is 10 plus. Yeah, I'm just dead in the air, actually. We don't need to wait for it. That's too bad. Stupid birds. Is the client cursed or am I cursed? You guys tell me. The archetypes of Brawl are really interesting. There are just like some decks, especially if they're trying to produce a lot of mana, cast expensive spells, you should just make a landfall deck out of them, which I might do with this. You know, you get in exploration, burgeoning, you go up to like 48, 49 lands in your deck. You put Lotus Cobra in there. And then even if they deal with your commander, then the next big X spells are still powerful. And it's just one of those like premier package archetypes you want to run. It always has early plays. It's always a threat. Whereas a lot of the cards like Blue Spirit that I like in this deck, it is a really sweet card. You get to cast those X creatures with Flash, and Bender's Water Skin, you know, they're more commander cards. They really are. So on the play, we don't have turn 1 ramp yet. We still don't have turn 1 ramp here, but I'll keep it because you can't mulligan forever in Brawl. And we'll go get the Hedge Maze and hope we get a ramp piece. Or something to do on turn 2. Yep, that'll do. I was also just thinking maybe we Cyclonic Rift their Mana Dork. They're playing Atraxa, which can be built. It's a 4-color deck, can be built in a million ways, but one of the hallmarks of it is that it plays Triomes. So it's often a slower deck. The Spectral Restitching to defend Zimone looks pretty darn good. But it won't work if they have Wash Away. Such a popular card in this format. Okay, we don't have the blue mana because of our on-the-play Gemstone Caverns. Let's see if that turns into a bad thing. Let's do this now. Why not? Hello? One less to cast. One. The first spell you cast with X... Oh, there are no counters on this. Whenever you cast your first spell with X cost, put 2 counters. So since there are no counters right now, I can't pop all the way off. All right, that wouldn't have worked with restitching either. Oh yeah, that's cool. All right, cool. Dead Commander. We're playing our format. Next up, I'll just start attacking them. Why not? The Vigilance baby, we're stationing. If they kill this, we get treasures to feed into our Goose Mother or our Pull from Tomorrow. All right. I mean, that's a good card. But let me guess, you have nothing to proliferate except for my creature, and you're not going to? Wow, it's crazy how that happens. What do? When this leaves the battlefield, put its counters on target creature you control. That's interesting. Now what? Do we let them have an Atraxa? It's not really doing much right now. We need to move our plan forward. We need more mana. We could warp this with 3 counters, then move them onto the Gold Vein. And this is at sorcery speed? Okay. Warp. 1, 2, 3. It's a little silly, and if they have a way to exile, we're in big trouble, but I like the fact that we are really, really stationing. It's not like we have a lot of creatures, but it could come in handy later. And if they kill this, all those treasures will get spent very well. What do? What are you? Some Spidey card? Exile this from your graveyard, put a counter on a creature. It has other abilities. Whenever this does damage, top card library, put 1 in the hand, rest in the graveyard. They did nothing. Whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, whenever this creature deals combat damage. Got it. All right, they have interaction mana up, my friends. What do you suppose that means for us? How are we supposed to handle this situation? I mean, do I want my commander? Yeah, I do. Is it gonna get countered, killed, and basically not be a part of the game anymore? I think so. Sounds right. Sounds correct. What a bizarre card Broodguard Elite is. Oh, step 1, do they block the Hydra? I think they want to block with the Augmenter, so it's in the graveyard. So they can put the ability on the Atraxa. And if Atraxa is going to be their only relevant card on the field, Cyclonic Rifting it looks a lot better. Yeah, trample, baby. Hit him. Gotcha. Now what? Want to hold up the Rift. I guess we can finish stationing the Haven. Pass, see what they do. Because worst case scenario, we can pull from tomorrow. Kill it. Kill this Hydra. Okay. So now when it hits, it grows and makes me bounce stuff. Boing. They do have the mana to recast it here. But they also might just counter this and fight me. Okay. Breeding pool? Not there. Let's go. Got a Stifle? Not yet. Bang. I mean, counterspell is the best generic counterspell. If they have another counterspell, I'd be surprised, because you really do want to avoid using this. Oh, do they keep this in exile? What if they move it to command zone because they're scared? Okay, they didn't. It would have been really funny, though. I mean, we are still gold vein hydrating. We need more creatures. You've had enough? They've had enough, guys. The trade. What do you think they're going to do to these treasures? Surely they have a plan, right? You gotta untap with these. Put them into pull from tomorrow or Goosh Mama. Alright, give me a Llanowar Elf. They're expecting me to play the commander. They want to kill commander. I can feel it. I can feel their disgusting tendencies. These brawl players. And we pass. Have we seen a single proliferatable thing in their deck? Just the Spider-Man card. That's it. I'm sure they have planeswalkers, though. Usually they can't resist the planeswalkers. Yeah, that was the plan. Okay. Farewell's a good card. Let's play Zimone. Hope it survives. Please survive. All right, our commander is off the menu for the rest of the game. That's cool. So, Epiphany at the Drowning Yard. Reveal X plus 1 cards from your library. Separate them into 2 piles. Choose one. All right, we need land, so 1, 2, 3, 4. One and 2, 3 and 4. I think they want me to have the Rish card, to be honest. So I think it's like, maybe it's this. All right, well. The Stonecoil Serpent's a pain in the butt for them, though. Shuts down their commander. Might be immune to a lot of their removal. Okay. Well, I got my land drop. What more could I ask for? Also, Shifting Woodland online. It could become a 0/0 Stonecoil, baby. Goose Mama can block now. It's big enough to go head-to-head with Atraxa. Okay, that's just a straight-up killer of creatures. Hydroid Krasis for 4? Yeah, I guess. Gotta start somewhere. This one at least comes with cards and gets through a counterspell. Everything else here just goes down to counterspell. Land. Okay. Give me a tutor. See if they counter that. Keep them busy, guys. That's all we can do. Yep, wash away. Uh-huh. I mean, eventually we have a bunch of cards, but we have to keep them from pulling away. We're just running away with the board. Has Death Touch. No will block. And yeah, keeping this minusing while also getting value as we go. Maybe we can pressure it, but dude, we need a creature with actual power in our graveyard for the woodland to turn into so it can attack. That's a good artifact. Why aren't you a Reclamation Sage, you piece of junk? And they kept their archive cards, so they have a busted card in their hand. That's nice. Oh, what now? It could be a counterspell. I'd like to double spell soon. It's just not going to work out when your deck is all X spells. So we just have to keep pressuring them. Food, baby. Free food. Oh, growth spiral. Okay, that's not... Okay, we got pretty lucky. We got pretty lucky on the archive. Board wipes. Yeah. Yep, Grist is running away with it. Here's a Traxa. Our commander's basically already dead if we play it. If you turn into the Goose Mother, it's a 2/2, and it says, when this enters, when it enters with X counters, whenever the Goose Mother attacks, you may sack a food to draw. Okay. That's not bad, but it's only a 2/2, so it's not going to break through a Traxa. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No cards left. I mean, we just... What does this do? I don't know. Let's see. How many cards is this? I honestly don't know. It's a lot. It's a lot of cards. Look at that. Atrax is unable to scream. That was pretty cool. That felt pretty good. Why'd I keep this Heath? I should have kept the Avamaya. We have Seagate. If they don't have a counter spell, let's try. Oh my god. Oh my god. All right. I want the halfling. What else? What are you? Fractal Crab. Whenever you cast this spell with X in its cost, look at the top X, put one of them in your hand and the rest on the bottom. Yeah, that's what we need, is more cards. All right, we have no max hand size the rest of the game, so we're doing it. Oh my goodness. We are sure turning this around. This is kind of epic. We also have no blue mana here. I'm sure that's fine. Who needs blue mana for anything ever? Yeah, let's play the halfling and make sure we don't get tempoed out. I'm just gonna eat some food. Uh-huh. What do you know? The tracks are gone. Big surprise. Halfling dead. Yeah, that's what I'd do. How do I kill the... How do I kill you? Oh, good. That's a planeswalker.
Follow my instructions.
I bet they draw.
And you
Yeah.
might survive.
How the heck
Assignment is due.
do we break through? We have cards. We could use a lot more mana. We have more cards than we have ways to use our mana. What are they holding open? 7? Well, Atraxa costs 8, so that makes sense. And they only have 1 card. We don't have a reason to believe it's a counterspell. Beast Within deals with a permanent. That is pretty hype. Consuming Tide can bounce a lot of things to hand. We don't need Reliquary Tower, that's right. What do we do? So many weird options. Blue Spirit. The first creature spell you cast each turn can be cast as though it had flash. That should make them uncomfortable. Beast Within here? Yeah, but we don't want the beast to be unsummoning sick. So on their upkeep, kill that. And see what they do with their professor here. But Grist is finally gone. They want to draw. Good. They did not remove the Blue Spirit. So we can still flash in a creature, which is probably Rishkar. And we have blocking presence. They have Wren. Consuming time might be really good against them. I'm just trying to buy my time until they've really moved all in. They're trying to use Ren to get card advantage, and all they did was mill. I feel like they're getting a little desperate. This game has not gone the way they expected. Are they scared? I think they're scared. All right, Rishkar. Now these are mana producers. Now what? A giant Wan Shi Tong can certainly attack a planeswalker. We could also fire off March, but I think it's time to get our commander going again. Are you guys ready for this? Oh, it has flash. That's right. Then we can just pass. No attacks necessary. They haven't tried to use the ability of the professor to murder stuff. They've just been trying to get back in the game with card draw. They don't know they're fighting a losing battle there. We are card draw masters. Supreme Verdict. Well, that sucks. March, I think. If we're going to march, there is a big risk we could take here by flashing in Zimone, then marching. And I'm going to do it. One, two, three. Phase out. Boom. They nuked their own stuff. Draw again. Uh-huh.
Some lessons are painful.
Oh, some lessons are painful. All right. What are you? What are you going to do, Atraxa? I'm going to block, that's for sure. I don't have what I would call an easy answer. Land becomes 3/3. I'm at 17. Wan Shi Tong here is a 3/3 that draws a card. Can trade with the Confluence. Is that good compared to how many more cards it could draw? The biggest problem we're going to have in this game is not deploying all our stuff. I think I just take it. No. Just eat the food. Come on, patience. Patience. This could still be a battle. They're drawing multiple cards a turn. We're trying to pressure our way through their planeswalkers, but we haven't been able to get them off the field. This game isn't over. The proliferate's going to make them really hard to hit. Mystical Tutor. And we have some huge X spells to cast. Okay. Hello. Okay. The first spell you cast with X costs one less. Trigger. Oh no. It's Doppelgang. I better do this faster. They're gonna quit. One. Or no, we hold that open. Okay. So we need to leave up some blue. So here's green. Here's blue. Do we have any more blue? We're pretty low on blue in general, huh? Dang. We're absurdly low on blue. All right. After all the mana we make, though, we're going to be fine. So we need this green. We do this. We do this. We do this. So that is 3. So that's 1. That's 2. These are 3. These are both. These are all legendary. They're not good copies. All right. And we go here. And we need some land. And we want it untapped. So where's my island? Right there. And what else can we do? We're going to have a lot of green, but I want a creature. There isn't a non-legendary creature on the field to copy. But I could copy the Rishkar and just get a lot of +1/+1 counters. All right. Give me, I guess, professors. if we're not using the creature mana.
My job is to teach. Yours is
Well,
to learn.
hello, Putrefy. Hello, D-Spark. Hello, Counterspell. Seems good. This is a minus to destroy.
Be gone from my presence.
This 3/3 is a bit of a pain. And we still have Wanshi Tong and Consuming Tide. We still have these Planeswalkers to get off the field. And we have mana to do a lot of jobs. I think we just keep it kind of simple. You want to save that card? Yeah, now we're gonna untap with our mana problem solved and a lot of cards on deck. Because this is 4 less to cast. This is 5, 6. Like, I could pull from tomorrow for 6 here, but I have Counterspell, which is the big, like, I'm pretty sure we're gonna see another turn card. That's a Vorinclex. Ugh. Okay.
And rebirth.
Pretty strong. Do they get rid of the professor to kill something now? They probably, I mean, I would. No, they're going to cast Solitude. And then they still have enough mana for Vorinclex. I mean, how long do you expect your commander to live? Am I right? Oh, well. I think it's Counterspell. I think it's Counterspell. Ah! Make them use the professor. They don't want to. They're terrified of using this. It being off the board just scares them. Uh-huh. Told you. I told you.
Useful.
There's the big one. I don't like the idea of my counters not getting applied. That sounds bad for me. And of course, they are afraid of Planeswalkers, as people who play Planeswalkers often are. Theirs have been out for a long time. I haven't cared. It's the big deal. All right, I got this crab. Now what? So many good choices. Die, Vorinclex. Die, Professor something or other. Or do we just attack? I think these foods are about to be handy. Delirium. Goose Mama. That's 1, 2. Finish you. Finish you. I'm just gonna hold you back. We'll attack them for lethal someday. Oh, I have no food. When did that go away? Oh, I ate them all. I got hangry. Gotcha. Pass, pass. Pass in Megatong. I know they're tapped out, but what are the odds they draw a counter spell? I can't believe we're going to pull this off, but I mean, we're an X-Spell deck. We went over the top and we drew the lands we needed to cast our things. Phyrexian, yeah. Terminus of Return. Oh my. Are they going to harness the Soul Stone? How much mana is enough here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. I think we'll just go smooth 20 to be careful. I don't know. Oh, here comes Megatong. It could have been exactly for their life total. That's a miss. Put this into hand, yeah? Give me the next one. Hydra. Seems like a lot. Oh, yeah, it is exactly 21. I knew that. I had it all planned. What a game. What a sick game. Oh my gosh. Yeah, cool commander. We got to actually see it in action against a 4-color everything good stuff deck, which I honestly didn't think would happen. I think that game had them flooding a little. They were lacking card advantage, and it gave me just enough time to cast Mathemagics, and I still don't know how many cards I drew, but it was a hand plus into a Seagate Restoration. So we went over the top. They didn't have any counters left. We won the game. Pretty good stuff. Cool deck. Check out Zimone Infinite Analyst, and thank you sponsors of the video, coolstuffinc.com. Use promo code CGB5 for a discount, and check out the links in the description. They help the channel out a lot. Remember to hit like, hit subscribe, and you're cool.